Um, is this how you become popular by animating? I sure hope so, because that's kind of what I'm going for. So, start the video.
Sketch, why are you talking about the elf on the shelf even though it is not even close to Christmas? We are in spooky month here.
Well, viewer, did you know that the elf on the shelf, in fact, is creepy? And it goes along with spooky month, so it's a win-win, so shut up. Anyway, so I want to say about in 3rd or 4th grade, we got, later like the Christmas season, we got like this elf on the shelf. And I hated it, because I didn't originally believe in the whole elf on the shelf lie. Like the teachers would be like, "Oh, it watches over you. It's like a pass. It's like a spy for Santa. Yeah, it's freaking James Bond or whatever, if you know what I mean." And I'm like, I'm calling BS on that because it's just a little doll. So I don't mean to shatter your dreams, even though you're only in like 4th grade, and you probably have the basic understanding that, you know, dolls can't have magical powers. You know, isn't that common sense? I guess not. But despite this, they still followed along on this whole lie thing that has magical powers. Anyway, so we were waiting in line to ask it questions. Oh yeah, by the way, that's a thing we can do. Like back then, the teachers had this whole thing when she was like, "Oh hey, you can like ask it questions or something," and then like I'll answer I'll answer it for the doll because it can't actually do it itself. Anyway, so I was in line and I was gonna ask him the real questions. You know, are your parents real? How do you get your powers? Are you just like some doll? Why don't you even what the heck, man? What's going on? I don't entirely remember what happened at this part of the story, but all I remember is that I ended up making contact with the doll. And this caused the biggest commotion in the class. Like everybody was like, "Oh my god, you touched the doll, you were supposed to touch the doll, the powers, the non-existent powers the doll has were now taken away from it. Now it's just a doll, even though that's what from the you but oh my god." So naturally, with such a big deal like this, everybody would start shaming me, like I mentioned 5 seconds ago. Anyway, so a bunch of these kids were like, "Oh no, he didn't know that the doll had powers. Stop bullying him." It was actually pretty cool. So, in the end, don't worry about it, because in the end, it all ended up becoming a good ending. So, I don't exactly remember how the doll got its powers back. Maybe it was like some other BS reason, like it gave it like goldfish or something, and then it was like, "Oh, food bribery, heck yeah, I'm down with that, man." And then it just decided to come back, and with its non-existent powers to fool more children. Oh yeah, so about the question. Well, it turns out that it was another BS reason to why it didn't answer my question. So after all that commotion happened, we all sat down at our tables, you know, all the usual stuff, and then the teacher went up to the class and with the doll in her hands, and she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, but there's too many questions, and including the one that Sketch answered, and yes, that's my real name. So yeah, he can't really answer it right now, so I'm sorry, but if you put in your question, he's not gonna answer it." And I knew that was just to cover up the fact that I asked him about his non-existent powers. So maybe we'll see about his real or not real powers later.